Yesterday evening, we got a computer in the mail. So I'm pretty eager this morning to get this unboxed and see what we're working with. There she is in all her glory. Box is already open. Okay. A couple extra. Oh, we got power supply, antennas, and oh, I think this is actually the cord that went bad last time. Fix. Extra parts. Extra cables. Cool thing about doing this a second time is that now I know what everything is and what everything does. Our glass panel is on this side. So this is actually supposed to be a new computer, not the one that I had. But something I'm noticing right off the bat compared to the other new one I had was that all of the glasses had plastics on them, and this one does not. This also had plastic on it, which isn't there. So this cable right here was the cable in question last time that was sent out faulty. When it was mailed to me, it was unknown by the company, but after it was sent out, the manufacturer of this cable sent out a message that they had released a batch of faulty cables. I just heard rattly parts, which I didn't like the sound of. I don't know what it was. Might have just been that panel sliding down. Not that I ever see it, but I like this cool space panel way better. So something I am noticing right off the bat is that this unit has quite a bit of dust inside of it. I wipe this with my finger. I don't know if that's just from them having it open for testing. I don't remember my other one being like that, and that was a brand new unit. And it doesn't have any of the stickies on it. So all the glass panels had plastic on them that had to get taken off. Whatever this piece is that had a plastic piece on it that had to get peeled off. This little foam piece here is ripped. This top screen is dented. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. You put it against a white wall. This whole thing's got this huge curve in it at this end, like something heavy was on it. I don't know, they said they sent me a new unit, but it's not looking like it was a new unit. Looks like it has more physical damage on it than mine did. Well, mine was pristine other than the fact that the components were broken. Little antennas on in the back. This is going to be our power supply. Side has a dent in it. This side. I don't see any indentations on this side. How can I make this so you guys can see it? There's a huge gap underneath this. If I put it this side, you see it's consistent. Over here, it's a huge dent right here. This whole side's caved in. Wow, that's a big dent. Trying really hard not to get frustrated about it. I guess if it works, that's the goal. But for a company to say that they were sorry about this headache and to offer to send me a new unit, and then to clearly not send me a new unit, so for those of you that thought that this computer was on the floor before, it is on a shelf. It's just low to the ground. It's as low as this shelf goes, and this one's as high as it goes. That's pretty tight restraints to meet the clearance, but it is on a shelf. It is not on the carpet. Display port goes up here. You just hear that? Why did it just sound like something broke? Now I'm hesitant to even want to turn it on. Oh no, did I take the USB ports out of my old one for my keyboard? Oh, that's tragic if I didn't. Oh no. Oh! Hold on a second. I just went to plug those in and my USBs are in the back of it. Maybe this is my refurbished unit. Maybe they just sent me the refurbished one after all. So I'm definitely a little confused because this obviously isn't a new unit. It having my Bluetooth USBs in it has got me wondering if it was my unit that they fixed or if they just swapped them into a different one. But whatever it is, it's definitely not a new one. It has no packaging on it or anything like that, and it's dusty. And it's got that big dent in the top. And if it was mine, these are the two things that are making me think it's not mine. The one that I had was I had this panel swapped out of the one I had with that blue one in it already. So having this in it has me wondering. And I didn't have a big dent in the top of mine. I mean, I put it together and I set it under that shelf and nothing ever got put on top of it. But that could have also always happened at the factory because that wouldn't have happened in shipping. Alright, let's get this set up. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys some of this email thread. There's probably over like 60 emails at this point. Most of them don't really matter. Basically, this start of this thread is just, we're talking about getting the computer mailed back to their facility. So after I'd sent it out, I was asking about the return process for like a refund since it was already shipped back. I got a bad taste in my mouth about this PC. Asked me if I had any questions, to which I say yes. I'm wondering about the return refund of this PC. I'm strongly considering getting my money back. This has been a bad experience. There's been a lot of bad juju surrounding something that comes to you broken. To which I get an email response back that basically this is not an option anymore because I've had this system for so long. So at this point, I'm feeling pretty upset about this computer. So I have nothing to hide here. I responded with this. I was pretty frustrated at this point. I even signed it Frustrated Sam. But yeah, if you want to read this, pause. So it's basically just me telling them my side of it. Like, it's been a very frustrating process. Them apologizing for it not being a flawless process and assuring that it's going to come back fixed. After that email, the director of customer experience from StarForge reached out and they sent me this email. They had seen my video on YouTube. I did not send it to them. They just found it. And once again, if you want to read it, you can pause it. Then they sent me an attachment showing their email thread on their side because I had claimed that they had ghosted me, like ignored a message that I sent out to them, which I was confident I had sent out. So I'm not a liar. I'm not here to get other people in trouble. So I looked into it, and here's my email response back. I found the gap in communication. Apparently I replied to the thread, to an email in the thread from myself, which sent the email that I typed to StarForge to myself, so they never actually got it. So I admitted to my mistake. I sent them a screenshot of me emailing myself so that no one there will get in trouble for that because there's no need for that. And I also found this email, which went way back to a couple weeks after I got this system, Tuesday, October 31st, Halloween. I got an email, so what do you think, from StarForge, asking how it was. In this email, they said it would be great if you could share your thoughts, and it said you could respond to this email. So I responded to this email way back in October, saying that I've been having a bad time with it, and it's having these issues. And that I had never heard back from. So then I got this one. I don't know what happened here. I don't have another email in between these two, but they said that they'd sent me and I missed it, so they resent it. So basically, at the end of this email, they asked me if I would prefer to just get a new StarForge system, the same one that I had, but a new one sent to me instead of getting the refurbished one that I had sent out back. To this, I responded saying that I would prefer to receive a new unit, that'll get rid of the bad juju, and clarified another issue that he brought up. So this was basically my big thing. Like, being someone that is not a computer person, I don't know anything about this, right? I don't know if that's their regular consumer or if their regular consumer is someone that's very techie and very into gaming and already has a pretty good education background on these PCs. But when I first started the diagnostics with StarForge, the tech person that I was talking to, when I was explaining the symptoms to him, because at first we were emailing, and I felt like there was a communication loss in between me trying to explain what was happening and what he was understanding that I was trying to explain that was happening, which is completely understandable. Like, I mean, that happens in everyday text message and everything too. It's like there is a loss of communication there. So we'd set up the phone visit. In the phone visit, when I explained it to him, it kind of seemed like it clicked for him right away. Like, he explained, like, okay, we actually had, in your system, there's this, what do they call it, RDMA or whatever, this cable that it's an aftermarket part from this company, because it's like the aesthetically pleasing one that they put in for this system. And the company admitted to having sent out a bad batch of these cables, to which StarForge had installed into the systems in the time period that mine was assembled. When my system was assembled and sent out, Starforge claims that they did not know that this cable was faulty, which is understandable if the company hadn't released that information yet. So sometime between my computer getting sent out to me and the third-party manufacturer of that cable releasing their statement that a bad cable had been sent out, I never got any notification of there potentially being faulty parts within my computer. So I was trying to explain to them, I was like, for the future, right, if you know that there's a faulty item, especially something that can cause such drastic problems, why wasn't it known? Why didn't you guys ask Starforge? I mean, especially because it's going to cost you money too, like having to have computers and everything sent back. Why didn't you send out like an announcement to the people that bought these, just informing them, hey, you may have a computer that has this faulty part in it, or better yet, to make sure that you don't have a computer with a faulty part in it, install, like right away, like install your OEM cable that we sent out with you. Because if I had known from the beginning that there was this potential issue and just to swap out this cable, then it could have potentially saved the whole system from having other components in it getting destroyed from the incorrect currents getting sent out and everything. Being someone that didn't know the computer system, it would have also told me, hey, you could potentially have a faulty part in your computer that could exhibit these symptoms. And then it would have saved me from thinking I was crazy for so long and thinking it was the monitor and everything else that was wrong, and just being like, oh my god, I have a computer that could have had that faulty cable in it, so that is potentially what this issue is, and it would have caused me to reach out to them a lot sooner. Because, like, I was honestly like, you're just silly, Sam, like, you don't know computers, you're just being silly. That's what I was trying to explain to them in these last couple emails. So here they said, okay, we are going to do a system swap, and said that they're going to try and get it shipped out that night. So I said, awesome, here we are, and that the system was out for delivery. So the last emails that I got, I was under the assumption that I was getting a new unit sent to me. So that's where I'm at right now, because opening this computer, this clearly is not a new system. This is some sort of refurbished system, whether it was mine or someone else's. So that's what's got me scratching my head right now. Like, why would you say that you're going to send me a new unit and then not send me a new unit, especially after we've been through all of this? We cleared up the clarification that when they do a swap out like that, they are usually sending a refurbished unit. And so I asked for the history on this unit, and they told me everything that was wrong with it and what its past story was from the previous owners and why it came back, and cleared all that up. They offered to send me in that same email a new unit if that was what I wanted, and that they would express ship it to me so that I didn't have to wait to send this one back to get the new one sent out. And I said, you know what, that's fine. You told me it's history. I know what to look out for. And I let them know about that top panel that was dented. So they overnighted me a new panel. So that just came in. Yes, beautiful. So here's the one I just took out. This one's nice and firm and isn't bent. So that is all right in the world and taken care of. Let's get this installed. Boom, and just like that. So in that last emailing back and forth, I also asked, since this is a new unit and everything, and that it has had a past history of problems, that we could talk about extending my warranty for what basically at this point now would have been almost a 6-month period between when I got my first unit and this one. And so instead of being 6 months into it, I basically have a 2-year warranty again off of this new unit. And they said, yep, we will 100% do that for you. So with the panel being fixed, my warranty extended, and this new refurbished unit, and knowing its past history and everything. I've done some editing on it. I haven't done anything crazy in terms of like rendering that's really stressing the computer out yet, but everything seems to be working fine on it so far. So as far as I'm concerned, that this whole situation has been taken care of. This is a very good computer that's got a lot of power and is very capable of doing the hard labor that I'm trying to put it through. I'm very happy with the computer itself, so I look forward to putting it through the tests. So as far as I'm concerned, at this point, this whole situation has been taken care of and everything has been righted by StarForge. And I'm very grateful to have a working computer again and for the tech support and customer service at StarForge, because I know at the end of the day that this was not, necessarily a pleasant experience or an unfrustrating experience for either of us. So hopefully all of that is behind us and we can just get to having a working PC again.